ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. Now from this dua, you hear the word atina. We shall come back to that. When you hear somebody says kharaja, like kharaja Muhammadun, it means Muhammad went out. The focus should be on the word kharaja, which means he went out. However, what about the word akhraja? Notice the difference. The difference is that there is an addition of hamza before the word kharaja, which makes it to become akhraja. And I've told you previously that whenever there's an addition of a letter, then there should be an addition of meaning. So akhraja here means he brought out. I'm going to continue, but I want you to ponder over these two words. Kharaja, he went out. Akhraja, he brought out. Let's look at the word nazala. Nazala means he went down, which means he came down, he descended. What about the word anzala? Anzala means he brought down. Consider these two words, kharaja and nazala, and consider akhraja and anzala. You see that the only difference between each of these words, which are similar but different with a single letter. Kharaja is a 3-letter verb, which we call the al-fi'l al-thulathi al-mujarrad, the 3-literal verb. This we have discussed this extensively in the link placed above. So kharaja means he went out. So when I say kharaja Muhammadun, it means Muhammad went out by himself. But if I should make the addition of hamza and I say akhraja, here Muhammad isn't the one who just went out, rather he took something out. So akhraja yadahu, which means he brought out his hand. Can you see? So when somebody brings something out or he came out with another, you simply say akhraja akhahu min al-mustashfa. He brought his brother from the hospital, meaning he brought out his brother from the hospital. So the word akhraja, simply because of this hamza, it means that the action has now been extended from one to another. Let's consider the word nazala. In the Quran, you see a lot of places nazala, anzala, sometimes even nazala. This, we are going to learn it inshallah. So nazala, I can say nazala Jibril. Jibril descended. Nazala Jibril. Jibril descended. He came down. But when I say anzala Jibrilu al-Qur'ana, it means Jibril brought down the Quran. It is the Quran as he brought down. So the addition of hamza here simply means that the action has been extended to another. Now on this pattern, there are a lot and lots of other verbs. This is what we have discussed in the previous episode, where I told you that the Arabic verbs are categorized into 4. If you have not watched that video, you can click on the link above, where I said the first category is what we call al-fi'l al-thulathi al-mujarrad, which means the 3-literal bare verbs. These verbs are 3 letters and no addition. If we should omit any of their letters, the meaning will become omitted. The meaning will not be complete. And we have al-ruba'i al-mujarrad, which means the quadrilateral verbs. These verbs have 4 letters. An example for the first one, I told you, like the word nazala, kharaja. While example for the 4-letter words like ba'thara, harqala, harwala, and the rest of them. Now the discussion is on the 3-literal verbs. Verbs which have 3 letters only. These verbs are further categorized into 2. The first category is what you have seen, al-fi'l al-mujarrad, al-thulathi, the 3-letter verbs without any addition. The second category under this awesome category is al-fi'l al-thulathi al-mazid, the 3-literal verbs but which has an addition. An example is what we are discussing today. A verb which has 3 letters, but there is an addition of a letter or even 2. That is where we got the word akhraja from kharaja. Kharaja is the 3-letter verb, but we make an addition of hamza. Just the way we did in the last episode where we brought the word like sajala and we say sajala, making an addition. So these additions, they are very important. So when next you see the word nazala and anzala, don't get confused. When you see the word kharaja and akhraja, do not get confused. Among the other words which will come under this pattern is the word arsala. Arsala means he sent. Arsala rasulahu bil huda. He sent his messenger. So arsala. The other words which can come under this pattern, you can say words like adhaba, he sent out, adhabahu min baytihi, he sent him out from his house. So dhahaba, he went. Adhaba, he walked him out, like he sent him. He's the one who pushed him to go. So adhabahu, he make him go. Can you see? Another word which come under this pattern is the word aqama. Qama, he stood. Aqama, he make to stand. Like when you say yuqimu salah, you establish the prayer. Not you that you make to stand or to establish, rather you are establishing something. Now, in addition to this, these words which are mentioned, akhraja, anzala, arsala, and the rest of them, these are their past tense form. How do you form their present tense form? Knowing that forming the present tense form from 3-letter words is simple. What we used to do is to add the letters of present tense, which are 4. The ya, the nun, the hamza, and also the ta. Form together to form an A2. Like when I say adhabu, I am going, from the word dhahaba. Yadhabu, he is going. Nadhabu, we are going. Tadhabu, you are going. Since these words are now 4 letters with the addition of the hamza, to form them into the present tense, you also need the present tense letters ya, nun, ta, and hamza. Let's bring the ya here. So since you have anzala, it will be you, ya is there now. It will no longer be ya anzilu, rather this ya will be having dhamma. So it will be you anzilu originally. But you are going to remove the hamza away with the haraka, it becomes yunzilu. This to be simply said, verbs which have an addition of a letter like hamza, like the word anzala akhraja, in their present tense form, the present tense letter ya or ta or hamza or nun, they will be carrying dhamma. So that's why you have yunzilu. For akhraja, it is yukhriju. He is bringing out. Akhraja, he brought out. Yukhriju, he's bringing out. Then arsala, he sent. Yursilu, he is sending. Can you see? This is very easy. And to form the command tense for such words which have an addition of hamza, all you need to do is to go back to the present tense originally, which was you arsilu, and remove the ya, then you have arsil. So I can say arsil ibnaka ilayhi, send arsil ibnaka ilayhi, send your son to him. I can say akhrij yadaka min jaybik, bring your hand out from your pockets. So from the word akhraja. Unlike when you have the word kharaja, the command tense will be ukhruj, go out. But akhraja, which means bring out, it will be akhrij, go out, as in make him to go out. Akhrij, akhrijuhu min al masjid, bring him out from the mosque. Akhrij yadaka min jaybik, akhrij kitabaka min what do you call bag? Min hakiba, min al hakiba, bring your book from the bag. Can you see? So this is what we shall be learning extensively. And to begin, we are on lesson 17 of the book Durus al-Lughat al-Arabiyyah. We are on book 3. You can search it and follow as we move on. Here to begin, we have a short passage, a passage to read, and from this passage alone, you would have learned how these words, which have an addition of a hamza, coming in the pattern of af'ala, akhraja, anzala, and the rest of them, how they are formed and how they are used in several sentences. Consider this. Al-Mudarris says, Kayfa asbahtum ya ikhwan? How do you wake? How is your morning? Do you understand? How was your morning? How do you work? Asbaha. Oh, brothers. So the word asbaha, can't you see? It resembles, it is coming on a pattern of what? Af'ala. So asbaha, like anzala. At-talaba, the student said, asbahna bi khayr. We woke up good, meaning we witnessed the morning in good. Walhamdulillah. Wa kayfa asbahta anta ya ustaz? And how was your morning, oh teacher? Al-Mudarris said, bi khayr ahmaduhu wa ashkuruhu. Can you see this words? Ahmaduhu, I praise him. Wa ashkuruhu, and I thank him. He now says, Atfi il anwara ya Idris. Atfi meaning off, put off, extinguish the lights, off the lights. Ya Idris, coming out the pattern of what? Af'il, this is the command form. Atfa'a, 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 to off. Fala hajata ilayha al-an. There is no need for it now. A'tini waraqatal ghiyabi ya Yaqub. Give me the absence sheet, O Yaqub. A'tini, from the word a'ta, yu'ti. So a'tini, give me. Yaqub says, ha hiya dhi, here it is. Lam yahdur Uthman al-yawma. Uthman did not come today. Uthman is not present today. فَإِنَّهُ مُصَابٌ بِإِسْهَالٍ. He is affected by diarrhea. Shadid is severe diarrhea. So musabun is gotten from the word asoba. Yusibu. So musabun is the ismu maf'ul. That is the what? The noun for the receiver of the action. Musabun, he is affected. The next we have Al-Mudarris saying, Shafahullah, may Allah cure him. Ba'da tasjili asma'il ghaibin, after writing the names of the absentees, a'tiha al-muraqiba, give it, give it to the muraqib, to the watcher, to the compound master. فَإِنَّهُ يُرِيدُهَا الْآنَ لِأَمْرٍ مَا, because he needs it now for something. إِن يَكُنْ مَكْتَبُهُ مُغْلَقًا, if his door is locked, مُغْلَق. Then he says, فَسَتَجِدُهُ فِي مَكْتَبِ الْمُشْرِفِ النَّشَاطِ الثَّقَفِي. If his door is locked, if his office is locked, then you shall find him in the office of the director of cultural activities. Mushrif النَّشَاطِ الثَّقَفِي. Can you see? So look at the word mogolak. From the word agolako, he closed. Yogoleku, he's closing. Mogolekun, he is the closer. Mogolakun, the closed. Can you see? Closed. What is being closed? Yakhruj Yaqubu. Yaqub is now going out. Wabada hunayhatin, and after a while, yaftahul baba shabun. A youth opened the door. Wayaqifu ladayhi, and he stood at the door. Ashabu, the youth, said, Ba'da tahiyya, after greeting, Atasmahu li bid-dukhuli ya fadilat al-shaykh. Do you permit me to enter, O Sheikh? Al-Mudarris says, Ba'da radd tahiyya, after he returned the salam, Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban, you're welcome. Udukhul, enter, wa aglik, and lock, from the word aglaqa, under the pattern of what? Af'ala. Aglik, lock. Al-bab, lock the door, or close the door. Yabdu annaka talibun jadidun. It appears you're a new student. Masmuk, what is your name? Wa min ayna anta, and where are you from? The youth says, Ismi Muhammadun bin William. My name is Muhammad, son of William. Wa ana min Canada, and I'm from Canada. Al-Mudarris says, Tafaddal wajlis huna. Come over and sit here. Ahadithu ahdin bil Islami anta. Are you new to Islam, you? Muhammad says, Na'am. Al-Mudarris said, Alhamdulillahi alladhi hadana lil-Islam. We thank Allah who guides us to Islam. Mata aslamta ya akhi. When do you accepted Islam, oh my brother? Al-Qari, my honorable brother. So from the word aslama. Aslama, yuslimu. Aslamta, you accepted. Islamun, Islam. Muhammad said, Aslamtu ama wahidin wa samanina wa tis'ami'a wa alfin. I accepted Islam in the year 1981 bitakwim miladi, in the what they call Gregorian calendar. Al-Mudarris said, Aslama abawak, have your two parents accepted Islam? He says, Lama yuslimu abi, my father has not accepted yet. So yuslimu is from the word aslama. Yuslimu, he to accept, which is the present form. Hadahu Allah, may Allah guide him. Amma ummi, as for my mother, fa aslamat walhamdulillah, she has accepted, praise be to Allah. Al-Mudarris says, Mada ya'malu abuka, which work does your father do? He said, Huwa mudiru mathafin, he is the director of a museum. Ha akhitab al-mudir, here is the letter of the director. Take the letter of the director. Al-Mudarris said, Yaqra'u al-khitab, he is reading the letter. After that, he says, Inna al-mudira yuthni alayka kathiran, the director, the principal, is praising you a lot. Muhammad said, A'tanihi al-mudir, Muhammad a'tanihi al-mudir, the mudir gave it to me. Okay, before then, he said, Muhammad said, Jazahullahu khairan, may Allah reward him abundantly. Al-Mudarris said, Min ayna laka hadha al-mushaf al-jamil alladhi biyadik, from where do you get this beautiful book copy which is with you in your hand? Muhammad said, A'tanihi al-mudir, the principal gave it to me. Al-Mudarris says, Wallahi laqad surirutu kathiran biliqai, I swear by Allah, I'm very pleased meeting you. Wa inni mu'jabun bik, and I'm impressed by you. Kayfa wajadta al-jami'ata al-islamiyya, and how do you find the Islamic University? Muhammad said, Ajabatni kathiran, it impressed me so much. Can you see? Ajaba, this is the word. Ajaba. Ajiba, ajaba. Yu'jibu. So, ajabatni kathiran, it pleases me so much, it impressed me so much. Innaha jami'atun faridatun, it is the only single university yadrusu fiha abna'ul muslimina, where the Muslim children min masharikil ardi wa magharibiha, from the west and from the east and the west of the earth, are schooling. Yaktubul mudarrisu ayatayn al-sabura, at this point the teacher wrote 2 verses of the Quran on the board. Al-Mudarris said, Iqra il ayatayn ya Harun, O Harun, read these 2 verses. Harun said, Ba'da al-isti'adati wal-basmala, after reading the A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim and also Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, he says, Yuriduna an yutfi'u nurallahi bi afwahihim, wallahu wa ya'ba Allahu illa an yutimma nurahu walau kariha al-kafirun, huwa alladhi arsala rasulahu bil huda wa dinil haqqi liyudhhirahu ala ad-din kullihi walau kariha al-mushrikun. So Allah says, Yuriduna an yutfi'u nurallahi bi afwahihim, they want to extinguish the fire of Allah with their mouth. Wa ya'ba Allahu illa an yutimma nura, and Allah refuses except that He completes His light. Walau kariha al-kafirun, even though the disbelievers detest it. Huwa alladhi arsala rasulahu bil huda wa dinil haqq, and He is the one who sent His messenger with the guidance and also the true religion, liyudhhirahu ala ad-din kulli, to make it triumph over every religion. Walau kariha al-mushrikun, even though the idolaters detest it. So the word yudfi'u here, you can see got from the word atfa'a, and this on the pattern of af'ala. The same thing goes for the word yudhhira, or yutimma is from the word atamma also. Yudhhira is from the word azhara. All of these are words which have an addition of a letter, hamza. Al-Mudarris said, Fakiru fi hatayn al-ayatayn, study, ponder over these 2 verses. Thumma ajibu, then you all should answer. From the word ajaba, he answered. Yujibu, he's answering. Ajib, ajib, answer. Ajibu, all of you should answer. Anil as'ilatil muwajjahati ilaykum, then you should answer the questions which are put forward to you. Madha yuridul kuffaru ya Idris, Oh Idris, what do the unbelievers want? Idris says, Yuriduna itfa'a nurullah. Itfa'a nurillah. They want to off the light of Allah. So you can see the word itfa'u. This is the masdar, the verbal noun for the word atfa'a yutfi'u. Al-Mudarris said, Ayumkinu hadha ya Ali. Yumkinu is also got it from amkana. Amkana yumkinu, possible. Ayumkinu hadha ya Ali. Is this possible, O Ali? Ali said, La hadha mustahil. No, this is impossible. Al-Mudarris says, وَمَاذَا يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ يَا Yunus. And what does Allah wants, O Yunus? Yunus said, Yuridu itmama nuri. He wants to complete, he wants the completion of his light. So itmamun is also the masdar of atamma yutimmu. Al-Mudarris said, Atazkuru ayatan ukhra fi hadha al-ma'na ya Shu'aib. O Shu'aib, can you remember and can you recall any other verse which has this meaning? Shu'aib said, Na'am, yes. Qala ta'ala, Allah says in the Quran, Surah As-Saff, Wallahu mutimmu nuri, and Allah is the completer of his light. Walau karihal kafiru. So the word mutimmun is the ismul fa'il, the subject noun. Mutimmun, completer. Al-Mudarris said, Bima arsalallahu rasulahu Muhammadun. Ya Muhammad. O Muhammad, with what did Allah send his messenger? So you can see, arsala, yursilu. Muhammad said, arsalahu bil huda. He sent him with guidance, wa dinil haqq, and the true religion. Yadkhulu Ishaq entered this at this point. Al-Mudarris said, Al-ana ta'ti wa qad awshaka darusu an yantahiya. Now you are coming when the lesson is almost finishing. So can you see the word awshaka? Yushiku. This also coming out of the pattern of af'ala, words which have al-hamza at the beginning. Ishaq said, Ma'adhiratan ya ustaz. And please excuse me, O teacher. Dhahabtu ila maktab al-barid. I went to the post office لإرسال برقية, to send a telegram or an infogram. فقد وصل أخي البارحة. My brother arrived yesterday. فأرسلت برقية, and I sent a mail إلى أبي, to my father, لأخبره فيها بسلامة وصولي, informing him in the letter of his safe arrival. So from the word akhbara, we have ukhbiru, which means I'm informing. Akhbara, he informed. Yukhbiru, he's informing. Al-Mudarris said, La ba's, no problem. Now you can see we have a lot of words which you have seen coming under the pattern of af'ala, like anzala, azhab, and the rest of them. We have a short exercise to answer here concerning the passage. The first one says, Ajib anil as'ilatil atiya. Answer the following questions. One, he said, Lima lam yahdur Uthman. Why is Uthman not present? You can see, li'annahu musabun, li'annahu musabun bi ishalin shadid, because he's affected by serious, what is it called? Ishal, that is a diarrhea. Next question says, Mata aslama Muhammad. When did Muhammad accept Islam? We say aslama fi we can say aslama ama wahidin wa thamanina wa tis'mi'a wa alfin. He accepted Islam in the year 1981. Lastly, we have lima ta'akhkhara Ishaq. Why did Ishaq delay? We say ta'akhkhara Ishaq li'annahu dhahaba ila maktab al-barid li'irsali barqiyya, to send mail. Now, from our discussions, we can see here that we have min abwabi fi'li thulathi al-mazid. Among the different patterns of three literal verbs which has an addition of letter or two letters is the pattern af'ala. We have babu af'ala, which means the pattern of af'ala. Zidat fi awwalihi al-hamza. At the beginning, hamza is being added. Ta'ammal al-mithalain li babi af'al. Therefore, study these two examples for the pattern of af'ala. ثم هات المضارع والمصدر من الأفعال التي تليها. Then, thereafter, bring forth the present tense of the following verbs and also the verbal nouns. The example we have is arsala, he sent. Yursilu, he sending. Irsal, sending. Aslama, he accepted. Yuslimu, he's accepting. Islam, acceptance. Can you see? Islamun. Next we have aghlaqa, he locked. It will be yughliqu, then ighlaq. Akhbara, he informed. Yukhbiru, ikhbar, information. Atfa'a, he extinguished. Yutfi'u, he's extinguishing. Itfa, extinguishing. Next we have ajaba, he answered. Yujibu, his answer to be ijabatun. Ordinarily it is ijwabun, so since the y is being removed, it becomes ijabatun, answer. Next we have aqama, it will be yuqimu, iqamatun. We have atamma, yutimmu, it will be itmamun. A'adda, yu'iddu, i'dadun. MashaAllah. Next, here we have alqa, it will be yulqi, it will be ilqa'un, which originally is ilqa'un. Amana, yu'minu, it will be imanun. Next we have awjaba, yujibu, ijabun. MashaAllah. So next we have ta'ammal tariqata sawgil amri min babi af'ala. We have learned the verbs which follow this pattern. Now let's learn how to form their command form. After learning it, then you are to form the command tense for the remaining words. The word yursilu, arsuhu, asluhu, yuarsilu. The word yursilu, which is the parent form of arsala, the origin is yuarsilu. Hudifat minhu al-hamza, but the hamza is being removed. ويصاب الأمر من الصيغة الأصلية, and the amr, the command tense, is being formed from the original pattern. So tursilu, you are sending. Asluhu, to arsilu. So the origin is what? To arsilu. It becomes arsil, send. Tughliqu, asluhu is what? To go, to aghliqu, to be aghliq, lock. Tuslimu, to be aslim, accept. Tu'iddu, to be a'id. Tu'minu, to be amin. Can you see? U'min. Next is to jibu, it will be ajib, answer. We have sub ismal fa'il min al-af'al al-atiyah. We are to form the subject noun from the following verbs. We have the word aslama yuslimu, it will be muslimun, a Muslim. Arsala yursilu, mursil. Amana yu'minu, mu'min. Adara yudiru, mudiru. Ahrama yuhrimu, muhrimun. Amkana yumkinu, mumkin. Atamma yutimmu, mutimmun. Then we have alqa yulqi, mulqi. We have here ibn al-af'al al-atiyah lil-majhul thumma sughi ism al-maf'ul min kulli wahidin minha. The following verbs, you have to form them first into the verbs which are in the majhul case, then form the object noun from them. Aghlaqa yughliqu, to be yughlaqu, to be mughlaq, to be a'raba yu'ribu, mu'rab. A'adda yu'iddu, mu'addun. Akraha yukrihu, mukrah. A'jaba yu'jibu, mu'jab. Asaba yusibu, musabun. MashaAllah. Here we have ta'ammal al-amthila. Study the following examples. Libabi af'ala, for the pattern of af'ala. Wa ayyin fiha al-madi, and indicate the past tense. Wal mudari, the present. Wal amri, the command. Wa ismul fa'il, the subject noun. Wasmul maf'ul, the object noun. Wal masdar, the verb noun. Wasmay al-makan wal zaman, and the two nouns of places and time. Now we have aglikil baba, lock the door. Wala tuglikin nawafidha, and do not lock the windows. So aglik, this is fi'lun amr, command tense. Tughliq is a fi'lun mudari. Atfi al-anwara qabla iglaqil ghurfa. Off the lights before closing the window. So atfi, this is a command tense fi'lun amr. Iglaqun is the masdar, the verb noun. Yuktabu ismul mursali ilayhi wa unwanuhu fil janib al-ayman. The name of the receiver of a letter is written on the right hand side of the envelope. Wasmul mursali unwanuhu fil janib al-aysan. While the sender of the letter, his name and his address is written on the left hand side. So the word al-mursal, this is ismul maf'ul, which is the object noun. Then the word al-mursil is the subject noun, ismul fa'il. Next we have akrahani ammi ala tariki baytihi. My uncle forced me to leave his house. Forced me to leave his house. So akraha, this is a fi'l madi. La yajuzu nikahul mukrah. The wedding of one who is being forced is not allowed. So al mukrah here is ismun maf'ul. Next we have al-fi'lul mudari mu'rabun. The present tense verb is declinable, wal fi'lul madi wa fi'lul amri mabniyan. While the past tense and the command tense, they are both fixed. So the word mu'rabun, you can see this is ismu maf'ul. Next we have ana musabun bimsakin shadidin ya doctor. I'm affected by seizure, by serious seizure. So ya doctor. So the word musabun is ismu maf'ul, the object now. Next we have yalbasul muhrimu izaran wa ridan. The muhrim puts on izar and rida. So al muhrim is ismul fa'il, the subject noun. Next we have ana mu'jabun bihadha talib al mujtahid. I am impressed by this serious hardworking student. So mu'jabun is the object now, ismu maf'ul. Next we have qala Allah ta'ala, Allah the Almighty says, innama ya'muru masajid Allah man amana billahi wal yawmil akhir. Indeed, the only one who maintains the mosque of Allah is the one who believes in Allah, the last day, wa aqama as-salah, he established the prayer, wa ata az-zakat, he gives out the charity, wa lam yakhsha illa Allah, and he did not fear other than Allah. So from here we can see the word aqama, this is the past tense verb, while we have the word ata, also the past tense verb fi'l madi. Next we have Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan. The word ata is also on this pattern as fi'l madi. Next we have ana min al yabani, I'm from Japan, walakinni uqimu al-ana fi Almania, but now I'm staying in what, Germany. So the word uqimu is a present tense verb. Nas'alullah ta'ala an yaj'al al-jannata muqamana. We ask Allah to make al-jannah our place. So muqam here is ismul makan. Before we finish, we have istakhrij min ad-darsi af'ala babi af'ala wa mushtaqatiha. You have to go back to the conversation in the lesson and bring out all the present tense, all the verbs which come under the pattern of af'al and the other ones which have been derived from af'ala. And with this, we come to the end of this lesson. Do make sure you do that and like, share with your friends. Until we meet again, jazakumullahu khairan for staying tuned when we shall be coming with the next lesson. Do make sure you like, share with your friends, and drop a comment in the comment section. Until then, assalamu alaikum.